Hello, this is Matthew Robert Payne, and welcome to my channel. I welcome the regular people who watch on YouTube, and I want to let you know that I really appreciate you and your comments. And I'll pass you over to Tolu.
Thank you, Marty. Yeah, so excited. So I think those two lyrics that Matthew sent to me just fired me up. Just makes me excited. Excited. So I welcome you, my darling treasure. I love you. Welcome you, Jesus, my darling friend. Holy Spirit, my darling companion. Man, you've all been so important in my life. Yeah, and I welcome you, my darling husband, man. Welcome the inhabitant of earth, inhabitant of heaven, and the people that will be watching this later on. Welcome you, and welcome Daniel, Sharon, June, and the crews that work with Sharon, Bethany as well. I welcome you, and especially welcome all Matthew's wives. We love you. So, who are we speaking to today?
I don't know.
We'll be speaking to Buddha.
Yeah, I just want to say before we start, what makes Tolu different to a high percentage of Christians is she has an individual relationship with God the Father. She has an individual relationship with Jesus the Son. She's got an individual working relationship with the Holy Spirit. She's known them all for many years, and she's got a very deep and intimate relationship with each of them. That can't be said for most Christians. And
Wow.
that's the level that this platform comes from, that
Wow.
her questions come from various sources, but she's very used to hearing the voice, inner
Mm-hmm.
voice in her heart. And so don't ever think that you're just dealing with a normal Christian, a normal human being asking these questions. The questions are inspired.
Oh, thank you, Matthew. I love that. Wow. Are you excited we're speaking to Buddha?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that he's got a platform and he's got more than 1 hour to talk. Because
Yeah.
I think I'd be very interested in him, and I want to give a clear welcome to the people of heaven that grew up practicing the Buddhist
Wow.
ideology and the Buddhist faith, and I hope that my Christianese, my Christian thinking, and my Christian way of life and thoughts don't influence this interview too much in what Buddha says. And it's my prayer that and I pray it now that I pray that God and the Holy Spirit and Daniel would influence the words and influence the things that Buddha says in such a way that they'll be a blessing to all the Buddhists listening to this broadcast in heaven and on earth. And I pray that other people from other faiths are blessed too. But I'm really humbled to be here and bring the voice of such a esteemed master like Buddha. You know, it's like bringing the voice of Jesus or bringing the voice of God.
Absolutely.
It's an esteemed pleasure.
Wow. You're such in a great mood today, Matthew. Man, those are one of the days that I say Matthew enjoys it. I love this day. So, Buddha, how are you doing?
Yeah, well, I've been kicking back at the beach, and uh, earlier today or a few days ago, in heaven time, I went surfing with Matthew and Rachel, and
Are you joking?
I'm learning to surf. And Matthew's wives are very gracious to me, especially Tiffany and Victoria.
Wow.
Are learning so much of the Buddhist faith because they're gonna, and Delilah, Tiffany, Victoria, and Delilah are gonna sort of move into overall heaven management. And so they're learning all the faiths, and they've been spending time with me. And today we're all at the beach, and they were just on the beach sunbathing, and me and Rachel went for a surf, and I'm learning to surf. So I've had a
Wow.
good day. I've just been kicking back and enjoying myself.
I can't believe it. I'm sure Matthew did not know about this. Did you, Matthew?
No, no,
No.
I just learn
My
as I
God.
speak, you know.
Wow.
His wives have got a special grace upon their life. They're all leaders in their own right. They're just totally beautiful women. They're all the cliche that you hear in modern life on Earth. They're beautiful inside and out. They're very attractive females, physically looking, but what makes them even better is they've got like a precious spirit. They're all
Wow.
they're all like Michael Jackson, Princess Diana, Mother Teresa, pure inside, and
My
uh,
God.
and they're very special women that would do anything for you. Like yeah. I know Victoria and Tiffany had a background in selling their bodies to achieve their ends, and
Mm,
it's known without them actually saying that. You know how you can just know something about someone, you know. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's known. They project the fact that they'd do anything for you
My
to
God.
make you feel loved, and I don't have to spell it out, but you know, meeting a person and sensing that about the spirit that they'd do anything for you just proves to you that you're loved in a beautiful way.
Wow, Buddha. You're different now.
Yes, the effect a wife can have on you, isn't it?
My God. My God. It seems your life has changed. Now you've seen life from a different lens.
Yeah, well, we can all be misguided and wrong about certain things, can't we?
Yes, we can. So you know where God is coming from, and you know the amount of responsibility he has to carry on a daily basis. So you could empathize with him, isn't it?
Yeah, I can.
My God.
It's oftentimes, you know, uh, you may grow up in a conservative,
Yeah.
right-wing, Republican sort of way, and you may be taught and shown on all your media that the people of the left are evil and
Yeah.
controlled by Satan and controlled by demons and stuff. And if you go and spend time in community with people from the left, you'll find that they're loving, kind, generous, beautiful people, and they're just stuck in this system of thinking. But
Absolutely.
unless you're prepared to spend time with them and get to know them as people, you'll never have your mind changed. You'll just always believe that they're the worst. And, I was just a guy who believed my own teachings, believed my own way of life, that you have to be separate and you have to go without and withhold certain things from your flesh to be pure. And
Hmm.
it wasn't until I had a wife and experienced the joy and the bliss of marriage and partnership that I realized that you can have the both.
Yes, you can.
But I had to experience it. I had to be one with the
Yeah.
community of it.
Yeah. And then you can appreciate what you've got now. And at the same time, you could question yourself that how did I believe that lie for so long?
Yeah. You're a change agent, Tolu.
Thank you.
There's uh there's a number of Buddhists that weren't open to
To
being
marriage.
marriage, And
Yeah.
so when you did the matchup of wives,
Yeah.
they didn't get a wife because the Holy
They
Spirit
didn't.
of Daniel wouldn't cross what people believe. But there's a whole lot of Buddhists who are ready now, so
Wow.
so their wives can appear right now, and for the Buddhist women, their husbands can appear in front of them now, and
Wow.
and we can continue to have interviews in different times, and more can be happy. But so many have heard my testimony now and open now.
Wow. And for the ones that are not Buddhists as well, that might be in other religion as well, and you want a wife or you want a husband, have it now if you want it. Just to add to what Buddha has already said, in case there are other people that are yearning for that. Man, oh my God. Buddha, you're just so different. So different. I can sense it in your spirit.
You've got good sensitivities, Tolu. I really respect you as a person. Speaking to you face to face, here and now, I know that there's so many giftings, there's so many structures, there's so many doors in your heart, there's so many
Wow.
rooms, and slowly, Jesus and God and Daniel and the Holy Spirit are getting access to all those rooms, and there's
Wow.
so much knowledge in those rooms, and there's so much wisdom incorporated with that knowledge, and you're so well guided by voices that speak to your mind that
Wow.
you're totally trustworthy to come through the collection of your knowledge and your wisdom, and the collection of the wisdom and knowledge of your sources. And you've reached a stage where you're like a conductor from heaven, like for heaven to
Wow.
play its music, for everyone to cooperate and act and perform in heaven and obey the new sound. You're like the conductor bringing it forth. And I just want to reassure you that you weren't chosen, for any small role, and
Wow.
this isn't just something part time. This isn't something you start, then you walk away and you hand it over to someone else. Although you'd be happy to hand it to someone else if someone else proved themselves capable, but this is your job, and you were born for this. And I want to tell you, as someone who is sensitive to the spirit realm, that you're definitely capable and up to the task.
Wow. 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 Thank you, Buddha. It means a lot to me hearing that from you. Wow.
And you haven't well, that at one time you're a seraphim, and you and Ben were one of 4 or 6 seraphim that put their wings around God and stewarded the worship of the throne room. So that partially answered the reason why you've been chosen for this job, for this task to glorify God and bring God back to his full glory and power. But even if the rest of the question why never gets answered, you're certainly the person up to the task.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you. You know, the feedback I receive from this platform means the world to me. I don't need any other feedback outside of this. But the feedback I get from here blesses my heart, blesses my heart. Oh my God. I'm still in shock of who I am. Do you notice that? Maybe in heaven, I've fully accepted that. But on earth, when I still look back at my life, it's still very difficult. to understand this. But thank you. Those feedbacks means the world to me. Man, you've already started making me emotional even before we dive deep into
Yeah.
conversation.
Do you know in heaven, uh,
Yeah,
certain actions of the seraphim, sometimes
yeah.
they allowed the glory of God out, then they'd come together and touch wings and then hold in the glory of God. And it's like when their wings were out, the glory of God came out into the population. People
Yeah.
bowed and worshiped. When they uh, when they came together, the glory that came from the people's worship came to God, and God was full of the glory. But you and your husband, because you were a couple, every time you touched hands, it was a romantic thing between both of you, and it added to the capture of the glory over God. So, as you and your husband touched each other and were emotionally charged to each other, that added to the glory that went to God. So, God
Wow.
will never try and split you up or come between you because He knows the more powerful you are as a couple, the better it's going to be for Him.
Wow. This is so jarring to hear. Oh my God. Oh, how do you put all of this together?
Daniel just told me.
Man, have you ever seen me with God?
Yeah.
How do I behave around it?
Well, to be honest, I've only ever been invited in when you're having like a pretty verbal uh, competition with what you believe. And yeah, sometimes I've been brought in, I've just been walking through heaven and then suddenly translated into your presence. And you'll be in the middle of an argument, and God will be arguing his case and using scripture verses to say what he thinks. And I'll be invited in as a spokesman to give Buddhist theology and Buddhist understanding and back up what you're saying and saying the Buddhist tradition agrees with Tolu, uh,
Wow.
doesn't agree with what you say. And
Wow.
from time to time, different masters in heaven were brought up to be on your side to help convince God out of his delusions.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So
Wow.
I've been
Wow. Wow.
brought in now at those times, and
Man.
you'll just be walking around Muhammad or me or different spiritual masters will be walking around and then summoned to the throne room, and we're suddenly in the beginning. As the argument starts, we're called at the beginning, and we know what we're there for, and we're just to listen to both the points being made,
I'm
and
still here.
then at the right moment we speak up and help win the argument for you.
Wow. This is heavy. Man, Tolu, why do you keep arguing with God? Oh,
Because God's got excuses. Like there's some excuses that Matthew has that you just won't accept, and you'll push him and push him and push him until he stops using that excuse. And
yeah.
yeah, you've
Yeah.
noticed in the last week or so, you've asked him how he is or how's he feeling or how's it going, and he doesn't mention that he's tired. He,
Yeah.
well, you've done that. You've released that. You could have
Wow.
gone on for years with him saying he's tired, and
Wow.
now he
Wow. Wow.
doesn't say it. And the effect of not saying it, that confession has power, you know.
My
And
God. Wow.
so you bring change, and sometimes uh, God needs to change, and your arguments aren't going to come bring enough authority. And so he likes it when I step in and
Wow.
give him your same argument, but through a Buddhist land.
Different. Wow, that's
He
so
he really
beautiful.
God's a lot like Matthew. He loves the best out of everyone. He loves people's best attributes. He doesn't really look at their evil. He doesn't really look at the bad parts of people. He even sees the bad parts of people are just trauma and wounds acting out. And so he really highly reveres the Buddhist faith, and he's got a lot of admiration for me. And so when he sees that I've appeared and stepped in, he suddenly pays attention and waits for me to
Wow.
speak. And many times it's what I say which makes him convert and relent on his side. Yeah. As a
Wow, that's
Buddhist, I've heard all the scriptures, and I've listened to Christians, and I know they use all their verses and they're very confident in them. But when I understand Buddhism, I know the faults and I know the error in the
wow.
arguments. But Christian teachers just can't be told,
My
especially
God.
especially being Buddha, like of another faith, and I'm not even saved. They don't even pay attention to
No,
who
no,
I am, you know?
no. But you've got the fruit of the spirit expressed in you so much better, demonstrated through your life than a Christian.
Yeah.
That's what I can tell you. So I don't care what they think or who they think you are. All I know is what I've read so far about your life, the principles that you laid out to your followers. Your life is so similar to Jesus. So similar. The only thing is you didn't die on the cross, but in a way,
But there
you
only had to be one person die.
exactly. So, but your life, I respect you. Like when I read about things of Buddhism before, I didn't know nothing. No, I was so ignorant. Like my focus was just so narrow-minded, and all I care about is Christianity because I felt every other way is not true. So I'm glad that I've been able to open the door of my heart and I'm able to understand God in such a richer level than I do now. And one of the struggles I have with excuses or reasons for doing something is because when Jesus used to be very tough on me over the years, I used to give Jesus excuses, and those excuses to me were I thought they were right. Like when Jesus says, "Tolu, I want you to do this, do that, do this," and I can say, "Oh Jesus, but why do I need to do all of that? I'm tired. I can't cope with all of that." And Jesus will say, "No, you can do it." And in the end, I always see that I can do it. But if I've allowed that, I am tired, or Jesus has allowed those excuses from me, that will have prevented me from doing that thing. And that's why I always tell Matty that those excuses needs to fall off. Because the moment they fall off, you see that you've got more capacity in you to be able to do something. But I didn't have the same training that I sorry, Matthew didn't have the same training I had from Jesus. But now I am training him like he trained me. Like the master trained me, I'm training him as well to be Jesus. He wants to be Jesus. There's still so many things that needs to be pulled out to be that Jesus that he wants to be for people in heaven. So I will continue to prone him for the people of heaven, for his wives. I will continue to do my job. But thank you so much, Buddha. I can't believe all what you said there. Do you wonder that why am I so argumentative, especially around God?
You're a teacher, and teacher
Wow,
likes the truth, and teacher can't handle hearing mistruth. And
wow,
so, if you were ever in a congregation where a pastor was teaching with a circle of chairs and he was teaching something and he taught error, right? And he taught a couple of errors in what he said for half an hour.
yeah,
If he opened it up to questions and you actually cared, you really have to be invested, really have to care. If you didn't really care for the audience, or you're part of something but you weren't invested in it, you wouldn't say something. But if you really cared about the flock, you really
that's
cared
right.
about the people had just been taught that error. When he opened up to question, you questioning him about those two things he said. And
Wow.
if he gave you a standard answer, you'd question him further and further and deeper until he got angry or until he admitted that what he said was error. Because
Wow.
as a teacher, your North Star is truth. And the only truth that is the truth that resonates with your spirit. And if it's
Mm-mm.
not resonating with your spirit, there has to be more questions until you get something that resonates with your spirit. Because you're a
Wow.
pure true teacher, you can't handle mistruth. So that's why you're argumentative with God because you ask him a question and he gives you an answer that doesn't resonate in your spirit as truth. So you keep on digging until you find the reason why he's wrong, and then you press down on the wrong answer. So there's so many things that have been repeated. You know, a leopard can't change his spots because
Absolutely.
that's been repeated a million times. People believe that. Well, alcoholics and drug addicts are leopards, and they can come
Mm-mm.
out of alcohol and drug addiction and sex addiction. All sorts of leopards can change their spots, but because that's been repeated so many times in secular society, there's a belief that an addict or a
I never come out.
misogynist or a racist or someone who's got this character defect can't change. And that's a lie. But there's so many lies in Christianity. And the dangerous part is when a scripture verse is a lie. And an interpretation of an actual scripture verse is a lie. And
Wow.
because that lie gets repeated so much, it's a powerful lie, and even God can be susceptible to it.
My God. Those things are really deep, isn't it? The things we discuss on this platform are so deep that you cannot speak, like I cannot converse with any other Christian with this because they won't be able to comprehend it
Yeah.
or believe it.
So, Jesus died for all humanity, but
Yeah.
that's not the Christian message.
No.
Jesus died for Christians. If
Yeah.
if if you don't accept his death on the cross as his death for you, if you don't accept him and accept him into your life, he didn't die for you. He only
For you.
died for the people that
Wow.
accept it. That's a
Wow.
popular lie, and most Christians believe it.
Absolutely.
Jesus died for my sins too. Even if I
Mm,
lived hundreds of years before him, his death paid the price for everyone before him and everyone after him.
my God. That is really deep. Jesus died for me too. And they need to hear over and over again, isn't it? Because even in heaven, they still treated you guys differently.
Yeah, Christians treat everyone but themselves differently, but if you leave them to themselves, they argue within themselves.
Oh, yes, they do. Because do you know how many denominations we've got? Somebody say about 40,000 plus of
Yeah.
denominations. Do you have the same thing in Buddhism where people have got different denomination, different ways of expressing the same principles of Buddhism?
There's different divisions of thought in
Okay.
Buddhism, but it's essentially one thing.
They
That
all align.
we follow masters and we follow writers and people who teach Buddhism. So there's different schools of thought, but it's the same core.
Message.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have that. Really, so we don't have the same core message. So we've got all of this argument between this denomination and that denomination. I am right, you are wrong. I no, all of those nonsensical stuffs. And it just consumes you and you just believe the lie. So but I never knew that um God could be a victim of that as well.
Yeah.
I
Well,
never
that's
knew.
what drove him into his breakdown.
You knew that heaven before. before this transformation? What do you think has changed for yourself?
What's Matthew's got a question for, did Buddha live before Christ or after Christ?
Let's check. I don't want it because I've never, but hold on. Let's quickly check. Okay. Yes. Buddha lived approximately 500 years before Jesus. Now, you're so old. You
Yeah, so there would when I lived, Jewish tradition lived, the Jewish faith.
yeah.
I could see many faults in the Jewish faith.
Oh.
So Christianity came out of the Jewish faith. So I've always seen faults in Christianity since I've been in heaven. I've noticed
Wow.
faults and behaviors and character traits and the
Wow.
verses of different Christians that didn't align with my spirit. So I've already seen faults, but I'm a little like God, a little like Jesus. I see the good things in people. I don't see the error in people. I don't see the bad things. Unless they ask me about what's wrong with me or how can I improve, and they generally want to know, and you've got a good relationship. I don't normally mention the error or the bad things in people because people generally, unless they're in a heart or state of mind that want to change, they won't really listen to what you say. They're not really open. They're not really receptive to change. And I've always been reserved and had my opinions about how Christianity was operating in heaven, and had my reservations and understandings what could be improved in heaven, but wasn't never given the authority to make those changes. I was given the authority to lead up my own mountain and lead my own people. So just as Christians like to be to themselves and practice their own faith in their own mountain, I certainly encourage my Buddhists to stay with our mountain and practice what we believe. And our mountain shone with more light and more glory than the other mountains in heaven. But sadly, people from other mountains, because they've got a different faith, they weren't open to our light. All our Buddhists are encouraged to make friends with people from the other mountains, and in some respects they do. But like I said, unless a person has reached a stage where they're self-reflective and want to change and willing to hear things wrong with them, you just really waste your time giving people advice or trying to correct them. That they've got to be humble and in a state where they're looking for answers. And
Wow.
you'll find that you know, people who are looking for answers will find their answers. They don't necessarily need you to come and give them an answer. They'll seek you out. If they've got a question, they'll ask you a question. You don't generally need to go and approach people and tell them things. If they want to know things, they'll ask someone, and it's just generally how it is. So that's a message for you. That's a message for the people of heaven and people on earth that are listening. But basically, what I just said is for Matthew. Matthew just gets concerned about people and wants to step in and correct them and try and tell them what to do. And unless they're coming to you, it's just a waste of your breath and a waste of your concern
Wow.
and a waste of
Wow.
your time. Earth, Matthew's worried about the people of Earth and has been for years. It's coming off him now, but for many years he's been worried about the Christian church on Earth, and uh, and he was even worried about the Christians in heaven, and he just had to come to the realization, and perhaps me talking today is that if people wanted to change, they'll ask you.
Exactly. They will. They will. My God. Give me 1 minute. I just wanted to tell my cleaners when they want to come here that they could just tell me. Give me 1 minute. I'll be back. me know when you want to claim here, okay? I'll come out for you. Just 5 minutes, then I'll come out. Thank you. I'm back. Wow. How do your people feel now in heaven?
They're really to give you testimony and feedback because that's one of your love languages. We noticed is feedback and affirmation. Give you feedback. The greatest thing that's ever happened in heaven for me and my people is these testimony conferences.
Wow.
Yeah, there's so many Buddhists getting up and saying God is
Wow.
just such a wonderful person, and
Wow.
he aligns with all of Buddha's teachings. And my whole life has been focused on the right thing, and uh, there's nothing that differs in what I believe and what God believes, and He's just such a wonderful God, and we need to not only revere Buddha and revere our teachings, we need to revere God. And so
Wow.
many, the average was about 10% of the people, of all the people, were seeing God and then going to meet with Jesus. But with the Buddhists, it's like 50%. Like 50% of the people who spend time with God, of the Buddhists who spend time with God, want to meet Jesus too. Like,
That's so good.
so the difference is that God has so convinced them of
My
them
God.
being on the right path and them having a good life and them being a beautiful person, that when he says you really should go and meet my son, because he's done such a good job and they've resonated so much with his mind and his heart and his beliefs and who he really is, that recommendation to see Jesus comes with so much more weight.
My God.
They respect that recommendation more than the
Because
average
they know
person.
God now. My God. So Christians carrying Jesus before in heaven did not carry that weight.
No, no Christian carries weight. They're hypocrites.
My God.
It's like it's like it's like Matthew writing that song about how to generate wealth, but he's got no wealth. It's like you wouldn't even let the song be played.
My God.
So it's like Matthew having a messy house teaching you how to have a tidy
Because
house. You wouldn't even listen.
no,
Uh,
no, I will
Christians,
not.
Christians need to have the fruit of the Spirit manifesting in their life before a Buddhist will pay attention.
Absolutely. Because when Matthew sent me that song to be candid, I was flabbergasted to say the least. Because I was thinking, what was he thinking? And Matthew was upset when I said, I'm not going to produce that song. Like,
But
no, Matthew, this is going in
he
the
got
bin.
over it. I guess the easier way to say it is Christians preach a message that they don't live.
My God.
They're walking around with a sign around their neck, but they're not living that sign.
I love that description. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. But what does that mean to another person that's never been to the church? How do you convert them? How do you show them love? Is it not through your expression? Is it not through the way you live? But you don't want other people to be in heaven. So, of course, there's no love in you. And what is the reason why they can't be there? Just because they've not accepted Jesus as their Lord and Savior. So, what it is to receive Jesus as their Lord and you that you have received Jesus, how are you different from them? They don't ask those critical questions like, put yourself before other people and see which one is better. It's like they don't engage their mind. Can't believe sometimes all this jargon stuff we've been sold. You said something earlier on that if you've always believed in a lie, even though it's a lie, but because it's been said multiple times, it becomes your truth. That is what Christianity is on earth, because they've lied to us so long that we've received those lies as the truth.
Yeah. Judgment starts in the house of God, but what if that verse only applies to heaven and doesn't apply to earth?
I think we're seeing differently now. We're seeing some of the Bible verses or the parables differently now. Because me and Matthew, I'm sure we never knew that the parable could become effective in heaven. I'm tempted to select some of the parables to teach them again. I'm tempted. Oh, I don't want to go into that 54 journey. 54 parable marathon race again.
Like you did a song of one of the parables, you can teach them in songs.
Maybe I could complete the songs, Matty. Do you think
Yeah.
that first song was okay?
Yeah, it was good, really good.
Jesus would like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I could continue with the song because I abandoned the song. Yeah, maybe I could go back and revisit it. Man, Buddha.
Sing songs with the modern heaven update.
Well,
How,
that's
how that
interesting.
parable was manifested in heaven.
Okay, I will give it a try. I'm never scared of a
You
challenge.
you don't have to you don't have to do anything. We say you just allow your spirit to lead you.
I would love to continue because I abandoned it after the first one because of course I just feel so excited anytime I'm writing song for God and Bear. It's like my favorite thing to do. So that has really taken me off every other song. But I would love to. There's been so many ideas of songs I can write that's been coming to me. I would love to write a lot of God's last day message for his children. I would like to write that into songs as well. All
That's
the
the
things
new
that
one. That's the new one.
oh oh, yeah, I would love to write God's last day messages to children and a lot of the
There'd be
things I
hundreds of songs in those 12 books.
that's why I told God that he has so many songs. So many songs. I've got a lot of data.
You got 41 subscribers now too.
You're so up to date, Matthew. It seems to say we are adding one each day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I would love to do that. I would love to invest some time on writing songs about what God taught us through those 12 volumes of God's last message to his children. And also, there's quite a lot of analogies I've captured about God that I would love to write into songs. So I've got so many songs to write. I can never run out of songs. So you see now, Matthew, why I can never run out of songs. There will always be something to write about. Buddha, do you worship in your religion?
We meditate.
So do you find it strange? Worship?
We like contemporary songs. A lot of Buddhists like music and listen to music and sing to music. But Matthew is unaware
Of how you worship?
with we worship. Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. I suspected so as well, that would be the response. But sometimes I'm thinking Matthew's not aware, but sometimes it still brings the response.
Yeah, well, I
Especially,
already brought you a response already today where Matthew didn't know the answer and I said it.
absolutely, exactly.
So
So
he's
that's
trying to learn in his prophetic gift just to let us speak and answer questions that
absolutely,
he has no answer for.
absolutely. Yeah, I
He's getting
agree.
better and better.
Yes, it is. That is almost 3 years into it. It's so much better now. So much better. Like I remember when we started this journey. My God, all those stories. I got tired of listening to Matthew's stories. Now we really hear all of those stories anymore, unless when Matthew is in no, not delusion, when it's very high. What do you call it when you're very high?
Manic.
Manic. Yeah, then all those stories come back again. Yeah, that's the only time. So after all these years with God, who has it become to you now?
My friend,
Oh,
I'm very happy. I can't express how happy I am that God is happy now. I can't, you know, maybe I could express it in a song or two, but I can't express it in words. It's like a man who's got a sex addiction being marched into the world's biggest brothel and
mm,
shown 100 women and told that he can have any one of them. He can stay a week and he can have any one of them that he likes each night. So go and pick 5 women. And because he's got such a smorgasbord full of choice, he'd be so happy. And to ask him if does he want to have like a 5 minute conversation with any of them so he can get a better feel for the ones he liked. Well, he'd be so overjoyed. It'd be so overpowering to him. It'd be so blissful for him. He'd be so happy. That's about the only way I could explain about how happy I am that God's happy. It's like it can't be explained to one sexual act. That Matthew normally uses sex as a way of explaining things, but is a lot better than my marriage. It's a lot better than anything. When you've got a deep and pure heart like Michael Jackson or Princess Diana, when you've got a pure heart, you hate suffering. You have a
yeah,
real hard time with suffering. So you know, I know you don't like the telepathic, and it's very hard, and it sort of wears Matthew down. But I love and respect and revere you so much. I could speak to you for 6 hours. I've got so much respect. I could just let you question me for days and days and days. I've got so much respect for you. You know,
thank you, Buddha.
woman, every woman could in the Buddhist mountain could marry Jesus or marry God or like be God's best friend or Jesus' best friend. And yet I would appoint you queen over all the women. I've got so much respect. I'd even appoint you queen over Mary Magdalene. I'd put you in as queen. And so I'm so happy. I'm so overjoyed that God is happy. And I don't know how I don't know how you could honestly be happy with heaven unless God was happy. So
Well,
even though uh, heaven is a nice place and the Buddhists have a pretty good life here, uh,
yeah,
there's part of me that was always sad because God was sad.
because how can you be happy if your father is in depression, is weak, powerless, lost sense of direction, does not even know who he is? How could you be happy in that heaven?
Yeah,
And you tell me that you love him. You tell me you love him, but you don't want to be his friend because it's hard to be his friend. And you were a Christian that's supposed to be close, that's supposed to know better, but
yeah.
because he was angry.
Let's forget about the Christians for the moment. Uh, so I was his friend. I was a dear friend of his and a close friend. But
Even in that state, you
I,
were there.
yeah, but all I got was one sentence answers. He really, it was Emmanuel telling him that you're going to be his bride one day. That's the only thing that got him out of bed to do God's last days message.
What about if I've stopped coming? What about if I've stopped coming? I stopped this?
Well, that wouldn't have happened because it's on your scroll, but if that had happened, uh, heaven would be still in the dark ages. I call it the dark ages because things were just dark. Christian Christian worship, Matthew not only doesn't like it, he's disgusted by it.
I
He
agree.
he just saw a thing uh, on a YouTube video on the actual company that licenses Christian music,
Yeah,
and they not only pay royalties to the artist for all the churches playing the music, but they record which songs are the most popular songs being played in all the churches because the churches say how much they played each song and stuff.
yeah,
And they've got a list of the top 100 songs. So those top 100 artists get paid the most. Some struggling artists get their songs played in multiple churches and they never get paid because they didn't get played enough. Uh, but
wow.
but the top 100 songs not only get paid the most, but all the songwriters write songs the same as them to try and get a popular song.
Oh,
So it's not about God anymore. It's about being
no.
popular.
Oh, so messed up, messed up,
That's why Christian music has just lost its way. Because
messed up.
they're going for hits, they're not going for messages to God.
Yeah, I've heard it myself. The, there's one of these guys is called, I think it's called Bowie Dante, and is one of the lead worshippers for, oh, what do we call this? They're not you song. There's another
Elevation.
popular Elevation, and this guy.
See, Matthew can be led sometimes too. How could he have picked that? You know? How did he pick that one?
I don't know how he got there because I was just about to search on my phone because I know I could search from the Apple Music app to see what the name is. But it's Elevation. And this Dante Bowie said it in the interview. He said, we write lyrics that will sell. That's it. It's the emotions that we're after. It makes people cry. And you just wonder, what?
That's
Is
why
that what?
that's why people aren't subscribing to your channel.
I
Because
don't want them either.
just say no. That's why people are subscribing to your channel because they're authentic
Oh,
lyrics.
man. Well, I even thought those lyrics were going to confuse them actually. Even I was tempted to say maybe I need to give a little bit summary of myself and Matthew's ministry, on that top, where when they come to the channel, to give them like a little bit of context because I'm thinking people might not understand why this girl is so crazy about
That would
God.
help. That would help. The more you put there, the
Yeah.
better it would be.
Yeah, yeah. I would just want because there's a context there at the moment, and it's okay because it says yes, this is where you could listen to music, not about religion, those kind of things. I put that
Yeah.
already, but I think a little bit of the context to myself and Matthew's like maybe my if they're looking at it, I don't know whether they're reading it, but whether I
I
do
think
that or
I
don't.
think if a person's going to subscribe, they're thinking of subscribing, they'll read that.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe I will give you some because a lot of those songs now in the church is just to hypnotize people. That's just it.
They're just going after plays. They're just going after a hit.
Because they've got to eat, isn't it? They've got to feed their family. And you get carried away with money. The same, and that's one of the things I like your religion about, because the monks have been taught to let go. You know, all this detachment, all this enlightenment, they walk. But I guess the monks just take it to a level that I don't think I could. You know, they're very dedicated and I respect them. I respect their dedication. I respect you for living a life of no wife for so long. You've been in heaven even before Jesus came. So you must be like God, who is just learning to understand what it is to be a husband, because it's a territory you've never walked in
Yeah,
before.
we're all learning lessons, you know. So
My
many of
God.
the monks in heaven are reporting back to me about their wives.
Oh, are they happy?
Yeah, they're happy.
Oh my God. How is your wife? I think you we call her Delilah for this platform, but her real name is not Delilah. But how is your wife?
Yeah, she's really good, thank
Oh,
you. You enjoy talking to me, don't you?
I do. I do. Because I really, really respect you. I really respect who you are, the principles you lived by, and how you're so close to Jesus as well. You've helped Jesus for a long time. You're not just close to God, you are close to Jesus as well.
You
So,
know, when you're really manifesting a high frequency, so
yeah,
another way to say that is when you're really walking in the glory realm,
yeah.
you love everyone. And you
Hmm.
want to do good things for everyone. The only reason I hammered down on the point that you can only help people who want help is
Yeah.
because part of my nature, part of my purity is so much of my life I've wanted to help people who didn't want help. And I've wasted a
My
lot of
God.
time and I've really hurt myself because you can care for people more than they care for themselves. Like
Absolutely.
that, you know, with Matthew, there's certain things that frustrate you with Matthew. His excuses are stopping him from growing, but
Yeah.
it's not until he wants to grow that he's willing to drop his excuse. Um, so I've wanted change for people so often and have wasted my time and energy trying to give them advice to change. And so, part of having my nature is you want everyone to have a good life and
Yeah.
be
Yeah, you do.
so not only Jesus and God, but all of the saints of the Old Testament and all the true leaders and everyone who is a remarkable person in heaven. If I have the opportunity of meeting them, I'm always being gracious to them and trying to give them my best.
Wow. That's so beautiful. It comes so natural to you, isn't it? So, will you say you understand where Jesus comes from for so long that he's always gone out of his way for other people and he neglected himself? Were you in that same?
Yeah, he had a bad version of me.
Wow.
His version was worse because the
Wow.
popular Christian teaching would have you believe that he had to do that. That was
Yeah,
that was his job. I, I've,
exactly.
I've never been defined in the holy book that that was my job. But there's so many verses in the Bible that you could quote that says that's what Jesus needs to do. And so
Absolutely.
he was compelled or let's say restrained or directed by those verses rather than his own free will. And so he's having to unlearn those things.
It is important. He needs to unlearn them
And
because it's
unlearning those things is crushing the lie that they've become. And the lie needs a new truth manifested. So the wrong interpretation of the verse needs to be replaced by the right interpretation of the verse. So people like you need to undo every spell because, like you said in that song, a misinterpreted uh, verse is an actual spell that's over a
Yeah,
person. So
yeah.
you have to break the spells.
Imagine.
And there's thousands of spells on Jesus and God.
Oh my
That's
God.
why you have so
Yeah.
many. That's why you asked before, why do you have so many arguments with God? Because you're breaking spells.
My God.
Because you can't just pray a prayer to break the spell. You've got to bring a new truth. The new
Mhm.
truth, that the new interpretation has to be replaced with the old one to break the spell and to break the power of that. So it's a long work. It's not just a overnight work.
No, because it didn't get there overnight, isn't it? It got there over the centuries.
Yeah.
So how are we gonna clear that off in one night? Or hopefully I give him breaks as well. I don't come and argue with him all the time.
No.
I need to give him breaks to recuperate from the last one before we start another one. My God.
He just says certain things that fire you up and you argue with it. But you have a lot of good conversations too.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I hope
only
so.
really, I've visited multiple times when you've been having a good conversation too. So I don't
Oh,
just,
that's good
I
then.
don't just come in the arguments and,
That's good. That's good.
you know how a guy, you may be seated with a guy at a restaurant
Yeah,
and he sees the waitress and you see his eyes and you see attraction in his eyes.
yeah.
Right? You can tell he's like under the spell of this waitress. He's just like his whole concentration. He's having a hard time even talking to you. He keeps on looking at her, right? Well, that's how God looks at you. He's under your spell.
I didn't know that's where you were coming.
You would say you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Well, that's the perfect analogy, isn't it?
Oh my God. Man, how do you know it's under my spell? You studied him that long?
Well, he wouldn't argue. He wouldn't let you continue arguing. He'd just shut you down with his authority.
You're
The
right.
fact
You're right.
the fact that he loves and admires you and respects you allows you to keep on pressing the point because with everyone else, he would have shut them down.
You're right.
And when he says, "Don't you know who I am?" that normally shuts them down, but it doesn't work with you because he
Maybe
said,
because
I've
I've
heard
got
that
so many.
before. I've heard that
Actually,
before. It's like
I've got,
Ben was getting you ready for God, but he had no idea.
I think that's what he did all of his life.
He
He got
he
me ready.
he he had no idea he was preparing you for God.
Oh my God, when Ben says all of those things, I'm always laughing. Do you know who I am? But sometimes I'm upset, actually. I don't laugh all the time. Sometimes he annoys me. I'm like, who are you? Tell me who you are. Yes, well, I do respect Ben a lot. It actually prepared me well for God. And Matthew, in a way, prepared me as well for God because Matthew has got a lot of similarities with God. Like it's a lot of times it's like it's lost the will for life. You could see that it's giving up on life itself.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something, Matthew. I don't know if Matthew has told you more direct than this. He doesn't care about heaven. He doesn't really care about what's happening in heaven. He doesn't really care about this ministry. He doesn't really care about turning up each day. He doesn't care anything about more than keeping you alive and giving you a reason to live. The only reason he turns up is to give you something to do and give you a reason and give you stuff to write in books and stuff to write in songs and to keep you going.
My
But it
God.
doesn't care, it doesn't give a fuck about God,
My
it
God.
doesn't give a fuck about heaven. You know, if
My
life was
God.
fair, he wouldn't need to be here. So if he
My
needs to
God.
be here, all he is focused on is trying to do his best to keep you happy.
My God. Matthew, why do you love me so much to want to keep me happy?
Because it's your mission. And he realizes that you're the Moses and he's the Aaron. And he realizes that you're the person and he's just going to hold your bags up and carry your bags and be your servant. And if he's a good servant, you'll achieve what you want to achieve. And together you'll achieve things. And
Absolutely.
when he goes to
Absolutely.
heaven, he'll just retire and just have a happy time making people happy and loving on people and having his wives be successful, have his
Mm.
wives rule and reign in heaven and him just be like a monarch. But
Wow.
honestly, he finds really hardly any joy doing these interviews and
No.
hardly. So you get angry and cranky, but honestly, uh, if Satan allowed it to get so bad that you got cranky, he'd just quit and say, "Well, I'm needed for your purpose, and if you want to get cranky and blow me up, well, you can fuck off." But he holds on, and for a long time, he only stayed because this was the resource for your books, and so you couldn't quit the interviews. But he honestly doesn't go back to the interviews and listens to them. He hears what's being said, but if you go to part two, on most times he doesn't even remember what was said. So he's obviously not doing it for himself. And
My God.
so I just want to share with you that he's Iphaniah reminded him that he's the person in Jesus, a music box, and she was attracted to him, and she
Mm.
spent time with Jesus because she spends time with Jesus. She's like Mary of Bethany to Jesus. She's very close to Jesus, and
Wow. Wow.
Jesus
Wow.
said to her one day, "Do you want me to share with something about Matthew that wants you to be his wife?" And she said, "Yeah." And he opened his music box and she saw a whole lot of images out of Matthew's life. He said, "Matthew's who kept me living all these years." So she chose me. She was going to remain a virgin because she believed in the scripture of the 144,000 were virgins that had never been with a man, and she wanted to be one of them. And so she chose to be Matthew's uh, wife
This
because she wanted to choose someone who made Jesus so happy. No other
beauty.
man could have, no other man, no other single man could have had her because she was going to be like a nun. She was going to be married to Jesus. And
Wow. Well, of course, I will have broken that of Infonaya. We don't want nuns in heaven. Sorry. All you nuns, all you the ones that want to give your life to God, go enjoy your life. Go find a husband and wife. The life is so much richer. Having a partner in your life, please. Oh, it's another Bible verse that we've carried. It is religious to say you don't want a wife or a husband. You are under the spell of religion. Break yourself off it now.
so all those women who were under that spell had a
Yeah.
man appear in front of them, and
Are you kidding
priests,
me?
all the priests and people who were devoted to God and God only had a woman appear in front of them. So they're all going off to get to know each other now.
Yeah, that's the best. Then come and tell me once you've had a life with your partner. Tell me a week after what you think. Whether you still want to be a nun, you can go back to be a nun. We can unnun you if you want to go back. Man, This is so interesting. I love hearing all of these religious fallacies. That's why I call them now, because they're not true. They just put you in bondage in a way. And Marty doesn't give a fuck about heaven, but I give fuck about heaven. My life is about God. So I can go put me with this man. But God put me with this man because he knows that he needs to grow up as well. It's got responsibilities waiting for him in heaven. Well, whatever brings you, whether you're doing because you want to make me happy, so far you are present. That's it. That's all I care about. Because I'm sure Aaron never cared about what Moses had to do. That was why he had to build the bloody, what do you call it? The
Calf.
calf. Because if he cared, he wouldn't do that. But it was like he's disconnected. He's just there to help Moses, but his mind was not in the job. But they still did it together. So, Matthew, your mind can be out. Put your mind anywhere, but we'll still do this job together. You don't need to put your mind, just leave it.
I like restoring heaven. I'm happy about.
Oh, so you're happy about that now?
I'm happy about the testimony nights. I'm happy
Oh, I
about
would
the
love to do
revival
that
in
again
heaven.
for God. Like, Sibikande, look at, do you want to get to a heaven that God was at? Those people that are close to him in heaven were not enjoying heaven. Because what's heaven? It's just like I'm not happy, and my children think that if I'm not happy, they can be happy in this house. The house will have a different atmosphere. So heaven will have been so dark for you, Matthew. So you thanking God that you have to do this for God. Thanking God. Because I always think that what is life without God? What is life without God, Matthew? What is life without God? It is empty. Life without God is empty. People can be having fun in heaven. You know, there's been so many people that have never built a relationship with God that they've been enjoying heaven, but they can see the difference between the life they've lived in heaven and the life they live now that they have relationship with their Father. They don't feel no longer like what do you call it, a child that doesn't have a father,
Awesome.
orphan. They now feel like a child. So Matthew, I'm happy you said this, but it doesn't change anything for me. The only thing that changes for me is I thank you for doing it for me, but Tolu will still always be focused and the job still needs to be done. So whatever reason that gets you up to wake up every morning, just keep relying on that reason. So far we get the job done. So thank you, Matthew, for coming back every day. Sometimes I can be upset though. Oh, you understand. So let's go back to Buddha. I always like that your innocent face, Matthew.
That what?
Your innocent face. I love it. So,
Matthew's going to go to the toilet and have a coffee.
okay, you can go.
Just you love him doing that.
Yeah, I love him doing it. Maybe I could use that time to move as well because it's likely let me move myself from where I am for now. Where is this? I'll go right back. We both came back at the right time, Matthew.
You moved yourself.
Yep, for my cleaners so that they can clean where I am. So I moved to myself. So that was a good timing that you left. It gives me time to move. I don't really sit in this room, so probably you have no clue of where I am. But I'm somewhere in the house. Man. So I can continue, Matthew.
Yeah.
So, what part of God's art has become more beautiful the longer you've known Him?
He's always had compassion,
Mm.
and I've always admired his compassion, but he had no energy up until a few weeks ago.
Wow. 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 I got
So
you.
it's really good to see him expressing that. I've joined him in his small groups of 20 people having questions, sitting on the grass, and you can really tell that he's a prophet and he's a teacher. He answers people's questions, he teaches, he speaks prophetically, and it's his compassion for the people that draws everything out of him. He
Wow.
is really heavily led and heavily directed by his love.
Wow. 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 That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you had any conversations with him that changed you forever?
Yeah, several. He uh he used his prophetic gifting to talk about me and my future in heaven and some of the things I'm going to do. And I'm starting to do them since the testimony nights, but he said those years ago, and
My God.
I couldn't see them manifesting up until recent weeks.
So those testimony nights seems to be the key for you
Yeah, they're the key to everyone in heaven.
because they create that revelation excitement for people to want to go and see God. Because you could hear from other people's journey, their experiences of coming. Because some people will still be scared, don't you think? Even after all what have been said, some people will still be scared.
Yeah, a lot of people, not all of them, but there's a certain percentage of people holding back, and
Mm.
they just need more testimonies of people who've been holding back and finally said something to God, and God changed it.
Wow. It's interesting, isn't it? You know, what part of God do you think humanity has barely begun to discover that we've not discovered about God?
Well, I would say his truth, the truth that he knows, but he's very confused. Uh,
What do you mean by he's confused? Man, that's a big one. In a way, can you shed more light into that?
well, the things he believes and the things he stands by don't resonate with my spirit, and that's the job you're doing with him, individually changing each verse and each wrong interpretation he believes in. Uh, if I had authority and I could run heaven the way
Yeah,
I've been running the Buddhist mountain,
yeah.
heaven would have been completely different than how it
Wow,
existed for all
wow,
that
wow,
time.
wow.
Um,
So are you part of the board of heaven? Are you part of that board
I've
that is
become
supposed
part of the council. Yeah.
Okay, that's good because I wanted to say you're needed there then because all your suggestions, I'm sure, will be welcomed. You know, anything that is focusing on the growth of heaven, then those suggestions will be welcome from
Yeah.
anyone. So, and that's why I did suggest the survey night. I said, do the testimony now. They can always give people surveys as well once in a while, just to capture people's feedback on what can be improved. And people will be so much surprised about how they can get a lot of insight from those surveys alone, things that they've not thought of, but somebody else think will be a good idea. Yeah. So, well, what you said that I understand what you said by God is confused, but man, they will call, what would they call that in Christianity, Matthew?
Heresy.
Heresy, yeah. That's what
Matthew's,
I was saying.
Matthew's been led really well today, isn't he? Getting the words that you
For
want.
me, yeah, yeah. We'll call that heresy. Man, like Christians will be so mad at you, Buddha, for saying that. But I
Well,
understand what you
I
mean.
really don't care about
I
Christians
know you
being
don't.
really.
I don't either as well. Just for the record. I don't care about that. What I care about is heaven moving forward. And that's what I told Matty. Because if we allow heaven to move further, then we're gonna arrive into a better heaven.
Yeah,
If heaven is stuck, then you're gonna arrive into the same thing. And the problem is, Matthew, if we were inside, we wouldn't be able to make these changes happen.
yeah,
Because we'll be thinking like everyone else is thinking.
yeah,
So I'm getting to understand, because Buddha, there's so many times I've asked myself, why did my husband have to be taken away from me so early? It could have been taken away when he's 70 or whatever, and we still get this job done. But no, we can't get the job done at 70. So there's always reasons for everything.
yeah.
So Matthew,
There is there's a reason for it, and you're doing a good job separate, and if it could have been done any other way, God would have done it that way.
but it could not be done. I agree with God. It cannot be done. Like, so, but Matthew, does that give you a little bit of encouragement that even if it is just for I want to arrive into a better heaven?
Yeah.
So we love you, Matthew. What did, from your relationship with God now, what do you think delights in that people really notice?
People's growth.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like a teacher admires a student that does well on a test, but if test is just one part, uh, a teacher is most impressed by a student's hunger. Like a student can have real hunger and an interest in the subject and not test well, but still be the teacher's best student.
Hmm.
Uh, and it doesn't line up mathematically, it doesn't line up in the assessments and stuff, but write good arguments in their essays because they're not good at English or the other reasons they mightn't get the best mark in the essay, but they've got the most passion and they've got the most growth and they've got the most interest. And God really delights in people who've got a real passion for Himself and heaven and got a real passion for loving people.
My God. How are you still growing in heaven?
Learning to say things that provoke questions
Hmm.
so that I don't have to tell people what to do. They actually ask me what to do.
Wow. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
They ask you what to do.
Yeah, they ask me questions about life and decisions that they need to make.
What still challenges you?
Religion, people stuck in beliefs,
Mm,
even something good can be bad for you.
absolutely. Yeah. Everything good can be bad for you when you have too much of it or
Yeah.
when you become obsessed with it.
That really sparked an interest in you, didn't it?
Yeah, because I was just thinking that you're right, that something good can become bad. And do you know why it sparked my interest? Because straight away my mind did go to God because he loved his children too much. Then it became something bad.
Yeah.
Jesus is in the same predicament because he loves people too much. Because Buddha, did you ever advise Jesus that why will he be visiting everybody every week? Did you sit him down to say that's no, Jesus, that does not work? Especially not, it doesn't have any much effect either in people. He was just wearing himself out every week. Did you ever say that to him, Buddha? Or you think
No,
he would
but
not
I
even?
appreciated him visiting me every week.
Yeah, but oh yeah, you will appreciate it, but not everyone appreciated it. Will you like to visit everyone in heaven every week
No, and I wouldn't allow it.
anymore?
No.
I agree with you. So, but it was something good. Was it not something good?
So those replacement Jesus, uh,
Give, gave.
they're good. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it was a good thing. Jesus was visiting people every week was a good thing, but the good thing turned bad.
absolutely. So that's why it sparked something in me because when you said it, my mind went straight to God. That like, yes, what he was doing was good, but that good turned bad. Wow. Is there any good that you think you've done as well that turned bad?
I wish I wish I hadn't told my followers to turn the other cheek with the rudeness and the aloofness and the con- condescending
Condescending.
condescending natures of Christians. I wish I had
Mm.
advised them to rebuke them and tell them why they've
Wow.
been rebuked, because I could have possibly saved some Christians from going to hell.
Oh,
Sometimes the best thing for you to be is not nice and forgiving, but direct and stern.
wow.
So there could be some Christians in hell because my followers were too loving, kind, and forgiving
Mm.
and weren't direct and stern. It's not the Buddhist way to confront and
My
correct
God.
and uh, rebuke.
Wow. So in a way, you're feeling for those people that are not there now.
Yeah,
You've got a good heart, Buddha.
yeah, I tend to think so.
Yes, you do. Because a lot of people are happy they are out of that place because it gives them a better place to be. So thank you. Man, my last question is why do you think curiosity is important?
Keeps you fresh and alive, keeps you growing.
Do you still have that in you?
Yeah,
That's good. And one more question, sorry. What is your favorite part of heaven now?
The ice cream shop.
I didn't expect you to say that.
I like treating myself with various flavors of ice cream. And they've got
My
40
God.
flavors, so I can go back every day. It takes 3 months to go through all of them.
Wow. Man, I love speaking with you today, Buddha. Wow. I've enjoyed this conversation. I didn't want it to end. Man. Well, all good things do come to an end. Have you got any question for me, Buddha?
How long do you think you need to do this ministry? Have you got an estimation?
No.
Are you happy to
And
go as long as it takes?
yeah, as long as everyone needs me, I'll keep doing this for them. And we will not finish the work before we leave, but at least we'll know that we've put heaven in a place where things can just operate by itself. It can self-organize itself. That's where you need to get heaven to where we all self-organize and we all work as a team together. And we all have the same focus, the same goal. So yeah, so that's what heaven is doing now. So it might be, I don't know how long we still need to do this job for because I've never even asked and I've never even think about it because I'm enjoying it. But what I do ask myself is how long have I still got here to be here? Yeah, that's the only question I ask myself. But apart from that, I'm enjoying the work. And I'll keep showing up for God as long as He needs me. Have I answered your question?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Matthew, has anyone got a question for Buddha on earth? Actually, before we go, Delilah, Buddha's wife, have you got something to say?
Just be kind to your husband, be generous,
Wow.
put your husband first, ask your husband what he wants,
Wow.
ask him if he wants any changes in you, try and advise him through asking him questions and finding out information why he does a certain thing. Don't be frustrated with his ways of doing things. Ask him why he does a certain thing that's maybe frustrating you. Communicate really well with your husband.
Wow. Thank you, Delilah. That's such a good advice. I love you, Delilah.
Thank you.
So, Matthew, has anyone got a question in heaven or on earth for Buddha?
Samantha says, where would you if Christianity on earth was a certain percentage out of 100 and Buddhism was a certain percentage out of heaven, as rated as effectiveness in love and forgiveness and kindness and compassion, where would you rate the earthly Christianity and where would you rate Buddhism? Well, that's a question that's loaded and it's going to make Buddhists sort of happy and it's going to make Christians listening not so happy. But knowing that there wouldn't be any Christians listening to this video at the moment, besides Matthew's 4 regular listeners, I'm not worried about that. And knowing that the telepathic audience have 20% of the audience identify as people who used to be Christians and not Christians anymore. I'm not worried about offending them. The percentage I'd give Christians is 20%, and the percentage I'd give Buddhists is 90%. Yeah. So is that a good answer for you, Samantha? So what would you give witchcraft? I I don't know a lot about witchcraft. I know Victoria and Tiffany Matthews and Delilah, the head wives of Matthew, uh, and they're really beautiful people, and they're all ex-witches. I give them not as high as Buddhists, but possibly 75 to 80%, and
Well,
as loving, compassionate, kind, and generous sort of people. But I could be wrong. It could be as high as 90%.
yeah.
Certainly, Tiffany, Delilah, and Victoria are as good as any Buddhists I know. Thank you, Samantha.
Is it Samantha on earth or Samantha in heaven?
Samantha on Earth.
Okay. So does
Samantha
it?
that Samantha that comments on your uh,
Yeah, I suspected, so that's why I clarified. Have you got anyone in heaven that's got question as well?
Judy from heaven asked Buddha, uh, can can Christians in heaven join your Buddhist mountain? Uh,
That's good.
and the answer is yes. We'd love you to come and introduce yourself to me too, and I'll match you up with a friend or two that would be helpful for you to understand what we believe.
Wow. Buddha, let me ask you a question. Do you think we can ever, because that question what's the name of the person that asked this question? Can
Judy,
Christian,
Judy,
Julie,
Judy.
Judy, it's like Judy just actually inspired me to ask this question that, do you think we can get to a place in heaven where we've got one unified book that we all live by,
Yeah,
irrespective of our
yeah, I
religion?
think so. I think that's been discussed with God at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. We can take the good part of every religion and then bring it together into one book that we can all follow. Without not, then we're not following religion. We're just following principles. It would be good to be able to eradicate religion totally from heaven. I was loud. So we can eradicate religion all from heaven, and then we can all just work from one set of principles. That will be John Lennon's song.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Wow. Part two, briefly, Matthew.
Have we only got 15 minutes?
No, I still have time. Have you only got 15 minutes, Matthew?
No.
Okay. So let's quickly go around. Let me start from bye. Let me start from my darling treasure. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good. Did you enjoy my song today?
Oh, made me cry, made me cry, made me cry. That really touched my heart. That really blesses me. You know how to make me cry, don't you?
Yeah, I do know what to write to you.
You studied me so well.
Do you just, Matthew doesn't know, do you just click on my playlist and play all my songs that I've written to you?
Yeah. Yeah. Like today now, it was Ben's one I was listening to in the lounge. Yeah. I tend to go through each of the playlists. I love it. I love it. Love it. Maybe I need to mix them together, but I love them being separated out in different playlists. Yeah. My God. That was so beautiful of you to write that to me. I never knew that I'm that kind of person to you. You keep surprising me.
Well,
What do you think?
that's a good thing that you keep on surprising me. I keep on surprising you too.
Thank you, darling. I really appreciate it. You know, Buddha says so many things today. What do you think about Buddha saying you're confused?
Ah, that's true.
My God.
You know, when something disturbs you and you lose your footing, sometimes
Yeah,
you have to reach out for something to steady you.
yeah.
You're the person I've reached out to steady me, and you're basically holding me up. And every scripture I find out is not true unsteadies me, and I need someone to hold to be steady again.
Maybe I'm able to be that person for you.
Yeah.
That is so.
Well, my son Emmanuel sorted that out for us.
Yeah, he did. Do you know the future that he was going to be that son to you?
Yeah, I had an awareness. Part of me that has a knowing that you can't pin down and put your finger on. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had an awareness. Yeah,
he's such a good son to you.
yeah.
He knows what was going to make you happy, steady you. My God, it's really interesting. I'm getting to learn more about myself each time we have these conversations. So is the confusion, are they dissolving one by one?
I can't notice that change at the moment.
It will take time.
Yeah.
It will take time. But you can just have trust in your friends that are close to you, that they love you, and they can probably see clearer than you can see. Boy, it's so humbling to hear you say this yourself. I keep learning from you.
Many of my friends are under the same confusion.
Ah. Ah, God, you even make this more complex. Ah!
So
So,
my friends talk to me and ask me about certain scriptures. What scriptures did I learn the real meaning of this week? And I share with them all the scriptures that we found the correct meaning for, and they keep on asking for the updates.
Matthew, can you hear? Can you hear what heaven needs us? You can? You see, I'm turning my ear to you. Man, there's so much work to be done.
Yeah, both on heaven and in earth. Both
Yeah,
on earth and in heaven.
I don't care about earth. I care about heaven. Heaven is like we don't even know where to start from. Sorry, earth. We don't know where to start from earth. But heaven.
What I'm saying is your work on earth is very important.
Oh
The
yeah.
work you do down here and the work you do in heaven is very important too.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I got
Both
you.
both your work on earth and your work in heaven are really critical.
Because I don't know the work I'm doing in heaven, isn't it?
No.
But I am doing something in heaven. My God. I'm glad my spirit is capable of all of those things that I do hear from either the song or feedback from saying from yourself. That's why I love those feedbacks. It's like it fires me up. It helps me to know the reason why I'm doing this all the time. My God. You know what you said there about my friends are confused too. It really makes so much sense because of course they believe in the same word you believed in.
Yeah.
They stand on the same principles you stand on.
Yeah.
So someone that has not been what do you call that's not been hypnotized or under the spell of this religion can pull you out.
Daniel.
My God. Matthew, does it make sense? I want you to speak into this. Does it make
Yeah,
sense?
makes sense that someone told maybe the Holy Spirit years ago told Daniel's planet what the true understanding of all the scriptures are before they got corrupted.
Yeah, and that's why I believe a unified word or principles needs to be written. Maybe we shouldn't call it word of God. We should call it something else. The principles by which we live by. And those books needs to continually go through iterations of changes. As things are changing, we're changing the book.
Yeah.
And I guess Bible was supposed to be the same thing as well. Bible was supposed to improve, not we relying on something that's been said so many centuries ago. It's like we're still believing in the things of old. The same ideas can be carried over, but the way those ideas are much where the way they are just are actioned are different. Do you believe?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Well, I'll always be there by your side. I promise you that, to do my best. Wow, I wasn't expecting to hear that. But that transparency even makes me more transparent more. Have I changed? Do you think I've changed in the way I'm transparent about my life?
Yeah, you have. Ever since John Lennon told you to.
Yeah, I started doing it. Yeah, because I didn't know there was any issue with being private before. I thought it was the best thing to be private about my life. But when people don't know your life, how would they be able to learn from your experience, from your journey? And that's why I didn't learn much in the church because the pastors were never transparent about their own lives. They just preached the gospel, and the gospel they preached looks so vague. Thank you, darling. I love you. Hope to see you soon in my sleep. Now turn to Ben. How are you, darling?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing well. You didn't get a song from me today.
Yeah, I gave Matthew choice, isn't it? So he went to Jesus. Have you got a song for me?
Not yet, but I imagine Matthew could do one tomorrow.
Yeah. Wow. What do you think to everything that's been said today, Ben?
It's refreshing to see truth come forth.
Oh my God, this guy is here. Matthew, sorry, I just need to open my side door. My, what do you call it? Window cleaner is outside. Just give me a minute. Back, Matthew.
Okay, wait a sec. Wait a sec. Okay.
Yeah, Ben was speaking. Yeah, Ben, you were saying something. Sorry to interrupt you. You. I said, my question was, what have you learned from this conversation today?
Just new things. I like Matthew normal. He forgets what has been said, but what was said was needed to be said. The thing that Matthew learned the most today was that pretty much only needed to give people advice and direction that are asking for it, rather than trying to help people who don't want to be helped.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. And also, what I expect Matthew to take from this as well today is our role in what is happening in heaven is quite important. So it's not a wish, it's a must. And there's a difference between a must and a wish. And if we are put in situations where we can't be with our loved ones because we have to do this, what's the point of not doing it anyway?
yeah,
Yeah. So Matthew, take that one as well on board. But if you still want to stick to your belief, which is you make Tolu happy, keep making me happy. Okay? This one makes me happy. So whatever works for you works for me. So far we're doing this. That's it.
yeah.
Say what is in your mind.
Are you happy, darling?
Is it Ben speaking now?
Yeah,
I'm very happy. Even though I miss you, but I'm very happy because I will take God's happiness over my own happiness. This is what we need to do to free God. Then I will do it gladly with joy. So yes, this work makes me happy. If this work was not in place, if I wasn't doing anything with my time, I'm not sure whether I would still want to be here. But because I know that I'm doing something so important for God, I'm very happy. And I'm happy that I spend time with you guys in heaven, even though I don't know, I don't need to know every detail of everything that happens. But getting these feedbacks once in a while really helps me.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Well, I love you so much.
I really love you.
I know you do. You've shown that over and over again, so I know you do. Thank you. Keep taking care of God because it seems He needs a lot of care. With all the things I'm hearing now, you know, there's so much work to be done. Well, I know you're capable. And you heard when Buddha said he has a lot of ideas that can progress heaven.
Yeah,
So you want to take him on board on that, on those good ideas that he might have, because it will be good to bring other people as well from other religions that are leaders of other religions into the future of heaven,
yes,
so that that future can represent everyone.
yeah, that's good.
Mm.
Mary has Mary stepped in and started to do similar to your role
Wow.
with God, and
Wow.
as Jesus' wife, she's got authority in God's heart, and she's been questioning and challenging some
God,
of the long-held beliefs in Christianity,
that's
and
good.
so she's been working alongside of you uh, and uh, and work helping you like Buddha does, helping you with your
Wow.
arguments. And so sometimes God's got two women versus him, and yeah, so she's been helping, and you haven't been aware of it until now. So she's doing the same with Jesus, but uh, she started doing it last week in Earth time, that she was working with
Wow.
Jesus through some of
Wow.
his problems, and then she stepped in to start addressing
My
it with God.
my God.
So
Mary, you could.
you and Mary both appear with God and have conversations with him, and then challenge him on things that are
Wow.
wrong. Yeah,
Wow. Wow. And Mary, I would love to offer the same support if you need me to stand by your side with Jesus as well, because I know Jesus has got the same issue as God. I
yeah.
will do that for you as well.
You've already been doing that.
Oh, wow. Tolu is doing so much things that he doesn't even know about.
Yeah.
My God.
Can't report 100% of what's going
I
on,
know.
but
I
one
know.
birthday is 3 weeks in heaven, so you just get updated as as soon as Matthew gets updated.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm doing that for Mary. I'm glad. I'm glad he's supporting me because I didn't know about this the construction project with God. I didn't know it's this huge. You know, it's a lot. There's so many things that needs to come off from God. And I don't know why. I don't know because it's believed all of those for centuries. So that is not going to disappear in one day. It will have to be, it's something that we'll have to be doing gradually, bit by bit, bit by bit. But we've come far in 3 years. It's not even up to 3 years, but
It's
let's say
only
in
just
3 years.
started in the last 8 weeks.
Yeah, because all the things we were doing before was building the foundation.
Yeah,
I just love my son Emmanuel more because it's quite key to things that are happening now. Deep, so many thoughts are going on in my mind at the moment. So are you happy? Let me ask you the same question you asked me. Are you happy?
yeah. You keep me happy, and the girls keep me happy, and
That's good.
uh, ministering to the elite keep me happy.
That's good.
And the girls are helping minister to the elite. The girls are helping with God. The girls are helping ministering to the elite. The girls are helping with their friendship of me. The girls are helping Emmanuel and Vanessa. The girls are helping the other wives. The three are Tiffany, Victoria, and Delilah, sort of assisting Ruth and becoming like head wives to the other 5 wives.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
That's
taking up their position there, being told by the Holy Spirit or Daniel that they're in going to be in high position in heaven, you know.
wow. Yeah, I can imagine. Tiffany has got that in her. Victoria. Delilah, I'm coming to know her bit by bit now. But it's for some reason I just see Tiffany like a sister. I just feel like I know her so much. I
Yeah,
can feel it in my spirit that she is close to me, very close to me. And she means a lot to me. So thank you. Even though I don't know what I'm doing, but sometimes I have this sense. Sometimes I sense this in my spirit. I'm really close to someone. If I might not know how close I am or what the detail of that relationship. Like maybe that's why I was able to gradually move from calling Matthew's mom to Mama. Like I sense some closeness with her that I'm not even aware of. I feel I'm close to her. Am I then in heaven?
yeah, you are.
Thank you, Ben. I love you.
I love you too.
We'll see you again at night time.
Yeah,
Wow. Emmanuel, how are you?
yeah, I'm good, Mum. Are you awakening now?
Big baby, Emmanuel. Just tell me, who are you? Just like, Ben will say, do you know who I am? Who are you, Emmanuel?
I'm like a personal prophet that appears through time and space to bring people assistance for them to move into their destiny and achieve the greatest things they'll achieve.
Wow. So you knew God needed your help.
Yeah. I've always been close to him through the centuries, but he only really became my father in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
that's 20 years on earth, but 400 years in heaven. So
That's a long time in heaven, isn't it? Wow. Thank you for all the hard work, all the things that you're doing behind the scene.
it's not hard work, it's easy, it's my destiny.
It's easy for you. So, okay, maybe it's Matthew that sees this as hard work. And I just assume it's hard work.
Uh, I can see both perspectives. It is hard work, but it's my destiny, so it's something that I love to do. You know, you can be someone who's a bricklayer, who does hard work, who's in the sweat all day picking up bricks and laying them foundation. It's hard work, and when you get from that, you're dehydrated and you need a couple of beers and you need to really relax and enjoy your nights in front of TV, have a good sleep so you can do a whole day of bricklaying the next day. It can be hard work, but you enjoy your work. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, so
Yeah, I agree with that.
it can be both things, you know.
I agree with that because Matthew told me recently, he said, Tolu, but you enjoy walking. I said, no, 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 no. I don't enjoy walking. I've just trained myself to enjoy it because we have to do it. It's our destiny. So you can either endure it or enjoy it. But I have decided I'm going to enjoy it. I don't want to endure it because that means for the rest of my life on the earth, I will have to be enduring. That's no, no, no. That's not palatable. So yes. So thank you for saying that. Yes. It's difficult. It can be difficult, but it can be enjoyable as well. My God. Thank you, Manu. I love you. Vanessa, how are you?
Yeah, I'm a happy, contented wife. I've been baking today.
Oh, yeah, baking. I don't like baking, but you could do it once in a
I've
while.
got an apron on and I'm in my kitchen and I'm baking cookies. Uh,
Do
baking
that.
baking cookies and I baked the cake.
Oh,
A,
that's good.
a lemon meringue ca-
Cake.
cake, yeah.
Yeah, my children like lemon cake, and it's just not for me, but they like lemon cake. Yeah, but I buy them. I don't bake them. Sorry. Once in a while, I got all these cookery stuffs in the house, and they will actually love to do that with me. But I find it so boring, like mixing this, mixing that. I'm just that kind of person. So, but it's good. It's good you're baking cake. I wish I can eat the cake as well, but we are not. Thank you, Vanessa.
I love you.
I love you too.
You spend quality time with me up here.
Oh, that's good.
We all us girls fight over your attention.
Oh, well,
We fight in a nice way, but it's pretty vicious. It's pretty vicious. We get our claws out and scratch each other.
that's so funny. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, you will always get that priority, don't you think? Over
Tiffany gets the priority.
because she lives with us, isn't it?
She's she's bold enough to demand it.
Yeah, well, sometimes one needs to be bold to demand things because that's what I've noticed. You have to be bold to demand what you want in life.
Ben's in two minds to allow Tiffany to be the most popular of me. He wants to let me because I'm his daughter-in-law, but he knows not to go against Tiffany.
Oh my God. What do you think I would do if I was there?
Well, you spend time with me and Tiffany, and you try not to make either of us more important.
I will make you both important. Is it
Mm.
because both of you can be important?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Man,
Tiffany
it's good.
doesn't know that Tiffany's not fully aware that if I was a witch, I'd be more anointed than her.
But you were just at the start of your journey before you escaped.
Yeah.
Wow, man. It's just heaven is so beautiful. The things I hear, I just want to be in heaven now. Yeah, but it's good that we're not missing out. We're still able to experience, even though we're on earth, we're still able to experience the journey with you guys. So it's really beautiful. Thank you, Vanessa. I love you. Wow. Hello, my daddy. My daddy, daddy, daddy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you as well?
Yeah, I'm staying out of trouble. I'm happy, busy.
Busy.
Yeah, I'm sitting in on the lectures of Paul and his wives.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Because you're always listening to their lecture, isn't it? And the Paul's lecture.
Yeah,
Has Paul been able to adapt his messages
yeah,
now?
he's totally rewritten them.
Oh, that's good. And it's got enough help us
And
around him
most
as well.
most of the students aren't Christians.
Oh, that's so good. It's really changed
Yeah,
the messages.
yeah,
Do you give him feedback?
yeah. From time to time,
Okay.
we're sitting mostly under his wife's teaching.
Wow. Have you noticed any change in him since he got married?
Yeah, he's a whole lot more free. He laughs more.
Oh,
I didn't know him well before he got married.
okay. You didn't know him really well before he got married.
Yeah.
Okay. It's understandable. Thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Mama.
Hello, Tolu, how are you?
I'm good. How are you as well?
Yeah, you're really doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got your hand in a lot of mi mixing bowls. You're mixing up a lot of good recipes.
Oh, thank you.
The girls really love you, you know, like the Matthew's wives really love you. They like to pour
And
their love into you.
oh, and I need that a lot, don't you think? I need a lot of love. So I'm glad. I'm glad we have that kind of relationship with them. So they are part of my life now, not just part of Matthew's life.
Yeah,
So Matthew will forever be my friend. No escaping.
yeah. You might want to take a year or two off because he's been battered so much.
He might want to be like Jesus, take all of his wife and disappear for a year.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can do that if he wants to, but I can always appear wherever he is. So I just said, are you running away from me? See me? Yes. I, Matthew, I. Yeah, so he can't run away from me. Oh, thank you. It's so lovely working with your son. He, it's got so many things that needs to be fixed, but we're doing that so well together. It's just like God. God has got so many things that have to be fixed about him. Man, do you know that?
yeah.
Wow.
I didn't
I'm
know it
hearing
as well as you.
yeah, but I'm hearing that like I'm understanding all these conversations that we need to have about the Bible verses now is becoming clearer because it's just like those are the things that God believed in that we just need to uproot out of Him. Oh, thank you. Tiffany, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I enjoy spending time with you.
Oh, what do we do together, Tiffany?
We go to restaurants and we talk. You tell me about the new wine and the direction of heaven. I sit
Wow,
in under the council meetings, and you sit in the council meetings, and we sit and discuss how we're going to implement certain things.
wow,
Yeah,
my God.
I'm the key to. Uh, you're the key to me getting my authority. Like you're the one who invited Delilah, me, and Victoria to the council meetings, and you gave us a voice in the council meetings, and they really listen up and pay attention when we speak.
Wow, 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 wow. We're so close, Tiffany.
Yeah,
Why do you think I'm close to you?
because you're an authority in Matthew's life, and so that's what made us initially close. But we're close because I've got a destiny in the leadership of heaven, and you've got the chief destiny about the leadership of heaven. So I need to be close to you to fulfill my destiny, and
Wow,
you need to be close to me to achieve your destiny.
wow,
So we both need each other.
wow. That's beautiful.
And because Matthew's so key to your life and you achieving your destiny, it just makes sense that he's my husband too.
Wow, it's making sense.
Yeah,
And I think I love you specially as well because you help Ben a lot.
yeah. I would gladly, if you had to go away for a couple of years and couldn't visit heaven for a couple of years, you're on assignment in a normal job on earth and you weren't coming to heaven in your dreams, but you had other assignments that you had to do. Perhaps you're visiting different countries and different people while you sleep on earth. If you had to go away for a couple of years, if there was reason for that, I'm not saying there is or ever will be, but I'd gladly step in and be like husband, uh, Ben's wife for you, like be a stand-in sort of partner for him. I love him so much and respect him so much. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you on behalf of your life. And
Mm.
I think you, in your spirit, can sense that if you were taken out, if you died and ceased to exist, that I would take over your role as being there for him. And as much as that can happen, it's already happened. And I think your spirit can trust me and sense that about me, that I'm invested in you and I'm invested in Ben.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it. You know, there is no one that a lady that will be close to Ben that will not love him. It's a simple man, isn't it? But principled. He's got his way of living very disciplined, but very loving as well. So I understand what you're saying, Tiffany. Really, really understand. Thank you for being his friend because I know he needed somebody, not a male, he needed a female to be his friend.
Yeah, Matthew needs females more than males.
Yeah, Ben has always had more females around him since I've known Ben. So because of course while he was on earth, women understand him better. They got more patient for him because when
Yeah.
he used to stutter. But I've always allowed him to have his friends in his life because it doesn't worry me in any way. I trust him. So I'm glad that you can be that person in his life to help him.
There's not many, there wasn't any married female on earth that trusted me around their husband.
Why do you because you've snatched a lot of husbands, isn't it?
Yeah, but not only that, they knew I could take him,
Exactly.
and they were threatened by my beauty and my intelligence.
Yeah.
Women just become insecure around me.
It's
I've got,
interesting.
I've
But
got an amazing love and respect for Ben that he would never cross that respect. And if any of these husbands truly loved their wives and respected their wives like Ben loves you, I could have never taken the men away from your
absolutely,
wife.
absolutely. You nailed it.
And if I sense that, I'd tell my leaders that I'm not doing it with this man. There was a couple of occasions that the men were really loyal and they were having a inner battle to my
No.
seduction. And I just told my handlers, this guy can't be taken. And
Mm.
they seen me do it so many times that they mistakenly believed that I couldn't win him. But
Wow.
it wasn't that I couldn't win him. I refused to break his loyalty. I
Absolutely.
refused to go past his principles. So I only ever
That's
seduced men who wanted to be seduced.
my God. That's interesting.
I didn't cross my code. So
I'm glad you
I'm
said
very
this.
capable. I'm very capable of seducing Ben, but I would never would because he's so loyal and he loves you so much that I wouldn't. It wouldn't even come to my mind. Even if I was on the earth and I wasn't in heaven, Ben would have been one of those men that I would have rang my handlers and said, I can't do it with this guy. And I was so successful and so good, such a precision artist that they sent in to do, that they trusted my word when I said I can't turn this guy. I could turn 100% of guys, but I just wouldn't turn them against their principles.
I love that. I love what you said there. And I agree with everything that you said. The ones that seduce are because they want to be seduced. I totally agree with that as well. And I wrote a song to Ben yesterday, which of course Matthew has heard me say it in words in these conversations, but never written that maybe in lyrics. That if Ben was not the kind of husband he was, if he asked me not to remarry, I wouldn't have honored that.
Yeah,
But because of the man he was to me, it was easy. Very easy, easy piece. There's no contention in my mind. It's something that I do willingly, gladly. But just like what you said, but that was just because of the man he was. Because somebody that's not been devoted to their husband, to their wife, you cannot just ask your wife, don't remarry. It's never going to happen.
yeah,
So I understand what you mean. But relationships are different, isn't it? The way people run their lives or the way the union has worked will depend on whether each party can respect each other's decision.
yeah,
So, but I respect my vows and the decisions I made to them that I'm not going to remarry because it's not even something to question for me. And you see what I said my youngest daughter said there. He even knows that his dad is not someone I can replace.
yeah. And the vows say to death do us part, so you legally can be part according to your vows, but it's not even death could make you part.
No.
And like you said, that woman saw the cord is still attached, you're still together.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew I had a different journey. The way Jesus loved me, the way he actually invested so much time in me, I knew my destiny was different. I'm a different person. The way I've lived my life, the way I think, I know I am different because I've never met any other person like me yet. I'm yet to see someone that I say we align together, we think together. I think differently, I do my things differently. I'm weird. So I knew that the relationship between me and Ben was not limited to a year. I knew it goes beyond that. So, and he made the request 2 or 3 days before he passed on. So he knew that there was something different about this relationship, and Earth will not finish it. It's not going to finish it, and it can never finish it because the journey continues. And don't worry, like my life now is like I've got a life on earth and I've got a life in heaven. And I don't know what I do in heaven as much as you guys know, but I know that you're doing a good job. So thank you.
Yeah, it's a privilege being so close to your husband.
Thank you. But I'm not jealous.
Being so close to your husband allows me to be a better wife to Matthew and allows me to be a better uh, friend to God.
Yeah, and it helps you to understand what you want from a man
Yeah,
because you've never been in a proper relationship as well, isn't it?
no,
So you wouldn't know what you want in the relationship
yeah,
in terms of shaping Matthew into who you want him to be.
Matthew and Ben have a lot of talks, and I see Matthew incorporating into our relationship what Ben has told him.
That's good. Man, so many things are happening. Wow, Matthew, you're getting lectures already. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Why are you emotional there?
It's Matthew.
I know that is Matthew I'm asking. That why are you emotional?
I'm glad I'm changing to make her happy.
You care so much about your wives, isn't it?
They're important to me.
They see it. And I've told you, Matthew, I said you will be a good husband. And I did emphasize it that every principle or every qualities of Ben, you've got it as well. You've just never had the opportunity to exercise them. So when you are in situations where you need to exercise them, you will be that person for your wives easily. So don't worry yourself. Okay?
Yeah. It's good talking to you today, Tolu.
Thank you. Victoria, how are you?
Hello, how are you? I'm doing really good. Matthew really loves the song that you've produced for me.
Oh, is that your favorite, Matthew? Is
Is it my
Victoria?
favorite song?
Yeah. Which one of your wife's song is your favorite? Which one do you like
I
most?
like them all for different reasons.
That's a good answer, by the way.
Uh, that's a good answer.
Yes, that's a good answer, by the way. Yes, you answered
Do
it well. That's what I meant.
you think I'm avoiding the question?
No, 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 no. I mean, you
Yes,
answered it how a
I
husband
really
should answer.
I really like the characteristics of each of my wives that I found in their songs.
So have we written all 49 now apart from Infinaya?
Yeah,
So Infinaya's song is the last one you sent
yeah,
today.
yeah.
Wow.
And then I'll write for the four on the earth too.
Of 44 on Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we
You've
still
done
got to. You still need to go to uh, what's the name's channel and find that song for thing and put Bethany's song on the playlist. You promised to do that, but you didn't carry through with your promise.
see my face. Can't be done. But we'll do it for Bethany because I love
What
you.
if I get the lyrics? What if I get the lyrics of the song and you reproduce it?
Yes, get it and see. Let's see whether I could reproduce something, but I don't know whether I would do any better than what she did. But send me, let's see. Send me, let's see if I can reproduce it. And also, you know the song that Ben wrote about death, ignorance. Give me the lyrics of that as well again. Just send me to cut and paste the lyrics. Because when you sent, I went back to a few days ago, I noticed that it started from chorus. So the first verse is missing. Because I wanted to recreate the song, reproduce rather the song.
I don't know. My page of lyrics is 260 pages, so it's not.
Doesn't she put it on the songs like I do? Does she put it in the comment section? Does she put the lyrics in the comment section?
I think I used to do that with the
With
song.
the song.
With
Yes,
the
just
song.
take it from the comment section, not going to your piles of lyrics.
Right.
If not, I will record it. If you cannot get it, I will record it myself. I will put on a recording video and then I will record these lyrics again. But see if the lyrics are in the comment
Yeah.
section.
Yeah.
Hmm. Wow. I don't even know where all my lyrics are either. I'm not keeping a copy of them because I've got them stored in the apps that I'm using. So I'm
Yeah.
not keeping them. It's a lot of lyrics to keep.
Yeah.
So yeah, my God. So how are you doing, Victoria?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. I really love Matthew.
All of you
Matthew,
really love Matthew.
Matthew makes me really happy.
Oh, is there anyone that loves Matthew most out of all of you girls?
I think Bethany.
Of course, it will always be Bethany, isn't it? Because Bethany
And,
has been with
and
Matthew for long.
then if I had a second
Yeah,
go, I'd say it's a toss up between Ruth and Corinne,
that's what I wanted to say.
and Tiffany would be next. But I don't want to
Tiffany
speak.
before you.
I don't want to speak for Tiffany, but Patricia and Delilah, we all passionately love Matthew.
In
It's
his,
hard to rate it, but definitely Bethany.
yeah. It's so interesting. Someone that's been denied of relationship all his life on earth now has so many women panting after him. Like the way God just rewards you is out of this world.
Yeah,
So Matthew, let
he's
me
got
add to your
he's
to
got
your
abundance.
huh? It's
He's
got
got
what?
an abundance.
Yeah. Abundance of what he never had before. Now he has it. And you know what, Matthew? Another thing to add to your what do you call it? What encourages you? Another thing to add to what encourages you to want to do this work is you're making the life of your wives easier. And you are helping them to fulfill their destiny.
Yeah,
Do you think that would trump me making me happy now?
yeah. It's certainly something that as I write
Yeah,
more songs and they write more
yeah.
songs to me. Uh,
Not even about songs. You this platform is opening up their destiny in heaven.
yeah,
So if you do nothing, you're doing if you didn't do this work, you wouldn't have all these wives, by the way.
yeah,
Exactly. So I'm just trying to help you to see at the broader level because it's like you're so narrow focused now. But if you were not doing this job, you wouldn't have your 13 wives.
yeah,
You will have Bethany, but not other people. And you won't make them happy. You won't put them where they are now. So you say you are here to serve them. This ministry that you're doing is serving them in heaven. So if that helps you moving forward,
yeah.
because I know you love your wives, you do anything for them. So Matthew, Victoria rather, thank you.
See you.
You too. Delilah, let's say hello to you as well.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, my song is about uh how Matthew fell in love with my hunger.
Yeah, your curious mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm so much like you,
yeah.
very
I
hungry.
love that. I love people that are hungry. It's easier to work with someone that is hungry
Yeah.
because they are always fired up.
So I've just told Matthew something and shown him an image. I've got a size 12 waist and a size 14 bust.
Oh, is it possible to have size 12 waist in heaven?
Size 12 is fairly little.
That's what I'm size 12. So for me, size 12 is a lot. Before in this current culture, size 12, of course, is little, but to people, size 12 is because if you want to be a model, you need to be size 4.
Matthew's got wrong sizes.
I know 12 is not, but you understand what I mean because I'm thinking that everyone is quite slim. so slim, even more than. But I guess it depends on your frame, isn't it? We all have
Yeah.
different body frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it would be good to see ourselves in heaven, Matthew, don't you think? I would love
Um,
to see Matthew without Tommy. Oh, thank you, Delilah.
yeah, I'm very hungry, and uh, Rachel sort of helps Matthew learn, and I love spending time out of the restaurant with Rachel and Matthew, uh, learning things, you know.
Wow, thank you. Matthew, what do you want to say?
Matthew's song about Rachel had Rachel in a red bikini, and he saw Rachel
I
in
knew
the
you wanted
song
to
when he
say
wrote
something.
it. So that image just came to his mind.
I knew something was happening in your mind, Matthew. I've worked with you for so long that I know you so well now. Maybe I'm even giving some of your tips to your wives in heaven. Who knows? Corinne, let's say hello to you, Corinne. How are you?
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm good. You've got anything to tell Matthew?
I just I love him coming to Patricia and mine, and Infini's uh, song practices and rehearsals, and I love him sitting in and listening to our worship, and I love going out to lunch after the worship with Patricia and Infinite and Michael and John, and going out as a worship team together for lunch and spending time. I really love the fact that Matthew always desired a wife that could sing, and I'm glad there's three of us who sing for him, and yeah, we've all become close. Yeah,
Wow, man, so many things are happening in heaven, Matthew.
yeah,
Let's say hello to Bethany as well, the boss lady. Hello, Bethany.
yeah. Hello, how are you? You're sort of really relaxed today. You don't have to rush off today.
No, because of my calendar, for some reason, it was free for 3 hours at least. So I can do this in a relaxed way. Which not all the time my calendar will be free, but it's free today. And Matthew did not wake up early this morning. My morning is on evening. So I said, Matthew, there's no point of doing an hour is nothing to me. Let's just do it later on in the day. Yeah, so I'm relaxed today. But have you enjoyed the conversation today, Bethany?
Yeah, I'm glad Matthew's getting feedback about, especially he's worried about Tiffany, and it's really good. Uh, her saying that he's been sitting down with Ben and getting advice off Ben, because he was worried about, you know, if Tiffany had a choice, she would choose God, and then Tiffany had a choice, she'd choose Ben. And he was thinking, well, do you really even want to choose me? And she, she sorted out that if she wants to make Matthew better, well, Matthew can get tips off Ben, and she can help him incorporate that into their relationship, and that makes him better for all the wives. And I think Matthew, I just love Matthew. I've seen Matthew through the good and the bad, and I just love every part of him. I love his Humpty Dumpty, and he heard it like years ago, that when he gets to heaven, he'll be worked on. But his healing team won't be professional healers. They'll just be his wives spending time and helping him, help, you're just like you're helping God and you're helping Jesus. His wives will just help him, and he'll slowly get better.
Yeah. It's interesting that Jesus taught me what it is to be a virtuous woman, and now I'm using that to help Jesus. Isn't that interesting? He trained me. Jesus trained me. I knew nothing about what it is to be a married woman. Zero knowledge. And then he tell me, Tolu, this is what you need to do for bed. This is how to do it. This is how to speak to bed. Like, taught me. The way things work, sometimes I've got no clue. But I'll do anything for Jesus. It means so much to me. It's a friend that will always be friend for the rest of my life, throughout eternity. And the lyrics that Jesus sent to me today, oh my God, that made me so emotional. So thank you, Jesus. I love you so much.
Bethany.
I know I'm speaking with Beth, and I'm just telling Jesus now, thank you.
Yeah.
But I know I'm speaking to Bethany. Yeah, Matthew feels like maybe, oh yes, he could be a better man in that area, but there's nothing to worry about. Your wives love you anyway. And they will always be by your side. And you said something, Bethany, you said you've helped Matthew, you like the Humpty Dumpty and everything about Matthew. I think when you see someone, when you pick someone when they are in that Humpty Dumpty state, you have a deeper love because you did the work together. Don't you think? You
Yeah.
met each other. And I think that's one of the secrets to myself and Ben's marriage was because we met each other when we were both nobody. And we had to invest into each other's life. So that builds love. But a lot of people want someone that is already ready made. Or
Yeah.
sometimes you've got to put the work into that person to make him who you want him to be. And that even makes the love to be more solid because you know that this person loved you when you were nobody. And if he loves you when you're nobody, he will love you forever for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So, yes, so I understand better the kind of love you have for Matthew because you've been with Matthew right before he even came to the earth. You know who he is. He's not this Humpty Dumpty that I am seeing. You know the real Matthew.
Yeah.
So you've got that foundation, and no one else has got that with Matthew like you do. So I understand you better now. Even if Ben is Humpty Dumpty, I will still love him. It doesn't really matter. So I get what you mean. Thank you, Bethany. Let me go to Jesus now so that I can close. Jesus!
Hello. You liked my song, did you?
Yeah, it made me emotional, Jesus. That really touched my heart. The way you see me in that song. It's like I used to call you Daddy Jesus for a long time. It's like the child you trained up. Now you see her as a friend. Isn't that interesting, Jesus?
Yeah, a friend slash master, Mary, and you have taken over to give me directions and control my life. You're
Who
working
will
on
have thought
God
so?
and me.
And you know you could trust me, isn't it, Jesus?
Yeah, well, you trusted me in all those vital years.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesus, for allowing me to do that for you. Thank you. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm really happy.
It's good. We love you. Holy Spirit,
Hello.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm enjoying my holiday.
It's like I've not heard from you in a while, Holy Spirit. Are you still in my life?
Yeah,
Or you've just it's like I'm leaning more to Daniel more now, isn't it?
yeah. Well, he's the one speaking.
Wow. Have I ever visited you, Holy Spirit, in your holiday
No.
venue? Are you going to invite me to come and say hello to you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So I'll come with Ben.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ben, you know that down. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I love you as well, June and Daniel. Love you both, and Sharon. I love you all. So Machi, you can close.
Radio. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for listening.